So for practice problem 1.7, I actually went back and forth between this one and 1.8, I think, as far as including in the assignment. But let's go through medium difficulty. This is just a lot of geometry, um, a lot of noise geometry. I don't think there's anything crazy complicated here. Millimeters, grams, and seconds. They're saying difficulty medium. I think a couple of the other ones were a little bit harder, but that's me. Parts origin is located as indicated, so they're putting the origin at the center of the block. Let's see, at the front face of the block. So we're going to extrude that way, add on probably the base, and then extrude back that way. Asymmetric, so no symmetry anywhere. Sketches are fully defined. Lines, centers, rectangles, center lines, rectangles, circles, extruded boss, and extruded cut. All right, so that being the case, let's go ahead and pull up our millimeters. And from plane, go ahead into the sketch. And they put that at the center of the circle. So we'll go ahead and get that one established. Now they didn't do a typical, so where is that? A diameter of 20. And I'm slipping into the context menu. We'll start here in a little bit going to the smart dimension if I haven't done it automatically already, but 20. And then we have a total of 60, 30 reference, and 50 reference. So the 30 by 100, that means we can go to a center rectangle, your choice, from corners or from midpoints. So I'll go with corners this time. We'll drag it out, and we're going 60, and don't need the units. So it's just dragging over top of that. All right, so the depth of that, make sure I'm paying attention. Okay, both of those are 15, so that helps a little bit. Extruded boss base. We're gonna go blind. Now the arrow is pointing this way. I can grab onto the arrow and drag it, or we can hit the toggle on the left on the property manager for the boss extrude and decide which way it needs to go. All right, so put in the value, hit OK. We're going to rotate over and pick up our next sketch on the bottom of the part. Now I've lost my perspective. Well, sort of anyway. I think I've lost my perspective. So I want to kind of start this sketch. We'll go with the lines. I'm not going to make this too complicated. I'm just going to pick up, and actually, all right, so I lost it again. We're going to go Control 7, make sure I'm looking at this. That comes that way, that line goes that way, and then we come back a little bit, and Control 7 is isometric, Control 5 is top. All right, I'm good with those. So this comes out and clears, and then comes back and drops. All right, so that gives me my region. Now I've got to decipher what this is telling me. So 30 millimeters on the width here. 23 to the inside edge. So if I made this the inside edge, that would be 23. So I'll open up a sketch on that face when I generate it. And let's see for depth. If those are even all the way across, then I should be able to do something like the collinear. All right, so that's getting there, and then the leg becomes 25. All right, so again, seeing through the noise, being able to determine our geometry. All right, so where am I left with? Let's go ahead and drag this back in here. So I've generated all of this except for the length. And I'm not seeing that one all of a sudden. So 12 from the center. 3 across there. Interesting. All right, well, let's keep going, and maybe it will pop out somewhere. So let's go to the 12. So I'm not expecting to see every piece of geometry, every bit of this shape on the first go around. So, oh, there it is, the 50. All right, so 50 right there. It was right in front of me the whole time. All right, so I just have to look at it and figure it out. So 50. And then we come back 12. All right, so this is still able to move up and down, so that's the next one that I've got to figure is I've assumed before that it was mid, but there's nothing really here that's telling me that it's 15 or that it will be at that midpoint. So I think I'll go ahead in this case and put the dimension just in case I find something later on, because that'll make it easier to change. All right, so we've got our geometry in place. We rotate over so that I can see which way it is going to extrude. All right, so that will connect, but it's not the way that I want it to go. I need it to go into the part, and our depth is still 15, so that should be okay. All right, so one more sketch. And we'll just pick up those two endpoints, pick up that endpoint. We're going all the way across to that endpoint, down, back. I'm looking for that inference line, and then back to the start, and then I should only need the 15 millimeter. All right, so we go ahead and extrude that out, and that distance is also 15. And in this case, I do want it to start from that face and come away from the part, not go into the part. All right, so let's go ahead and save this, P1-7, and we'll see how I did. All right, so they're giving us 148,172. Let's go into the evaluate, the mass properties, and we are at 148,466. All right, we'll call that close enough for this. Again, I'll go back and see if there's anything that really jumps out at me as far as dimensions. Just kind of going through the process of selecting some of the items, seeing if I miss something somewhere, but I don't. I usually don't think I have. So let's one more check. Yeah. All right. So we're going to call this one okay here, and I'll figure out where my volume shifted later.